That's your soul saying, oh.
Welcome back to my channel, Aligning with My Soul. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for all your love and support and the comments that you've left. It does mean everything to me. Thank you so much for taking the time to actually comment as well and share your feelings and your stories. So thank you. I hope you guys are all well and coping with whatever situation you're in, and you're coping with the energies, the intense energy at the moment. It has affected me, and I know it's affected some of you as well, so I hope you're coping. If you are new, this channel is about me doing masculine readings, oracle readings, just because it's usually the feminine that are drawn to watch this kind of video, because they want to know what's going on with their masculines, and it's for people that are in some kind of challenge or separation with their masculine twin flame. When I say separation, I mean preparation, because you are one soul, so you're not separated. You're just not with the physical person at the moment, and you're both concentrating on your spiritual journey, and then you can come back as one. So I hope that helps in some way and comforts you. It does comfort me. So just remember you're one soul. So I realise as well, when I say feminine, masculine, don't be offended by that if I say him, her, he, she. It's just energy. It's just labels, me saying feminine, masculine. It's just easier for me to say and easier for you to understand, so don't be offended. And what else was I going to say? Oh, hopefully you can hear me, guys, because I've had a few comments where people are saying that they can't hear me very well. It says that I've naturally got a very quiet voice anyway. So I hope I'll try and remember to speak up a bit so you can actually hear me. What else was I going to say before I get started in the readings? And this channel is about me sharing. I mean, I'm in the middle of, my goal is to be able to align with my soul, and I'm in the process of doing that, and it's about me sharing my ups and downs of my journey, eventually about me exposing how my journey started and how it unfolds. I want to be able to share that with you guys the more confident I get. But at the moment I am quite a shy person, that's why I speak quite quiet as well. So, but the more confident I get, and I will have the courage to actually expose myself more. And when I hit 1,000 subs, I will actually do a video so you can actually see my face. So when you know who I am, and you can see it, help you connect with me. Because at the moment, all you're seeing is my hands and the cards. So when I hit 1,000, I will do a little video so you can see me. What else was I going to say? I'm going to start shuffling. I'm interested to see what's going on with the masculine at the moment, because as I said, the energy has been very intense. So let's see. I did ask for God's blessing and guidance during this reading, and just to let you know as well, I do use the word God, and I'm very proud to use the word God. That is the stage that I'm on my journey. So if you don't like it, obviously this video isn't for you. It is a timeless reading as well, so if you've clicked on this video, usually there's a message for you, because you've been drawn to watch it. So it doesn't matter when you've clicked on it. And the same again, if you click on this video and none of it resonates, don't try and fit it into your story, into your circumstances. Just click back off of it, it's fine. It's obviously not for you, the message, but usually if you're drawn to watch a video, there is a message for you. So let's give these cards a good shuffle. Let's see what wants to come out for your masculine. I'm not really going to ask a question, I'm just going to see what wants to come out, and how God is guiding, assisting your masculine really at the moment, and what energy he is in, and how he's coping and stuff. So let's have a look, see what wants to come out. Nice clear message, please. Perfect timing. So that's positive, and it's green, it's my favourite colour. let's see what the message is. Now is the perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. The doors are open while you walk through them with us by your side. Don't delay or procrastinate, as all of the ingredients are right for your success. Everything and everyone is on your side supporting you, and it's a positive outcome. So you can't get more than, ask for more than that. This is a very positive energy, and God's angel will help him to assist your masculine by encouraging him and letting him know in some way that this is the perfect timing. It's the perfect timing for him to go through that door of fear that he's been so afraid of to come towards you, and he has got the support, and that everybody involved, everything's going to be fine, and everyone's going to be supported that are involved, and it's a positive outcome. So he's been encouraged to actually take action in some way to come towards you. So this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and that's what we want to hear. So this is a perfect time for your masculine to come towards you. So you might, and look, I've just opened it on the right page as well, and it's 73, and 73 is 10, which is completion. So this is very positive. I'm going to read the additional message for you as well. This card means that you need to take certain steps before you pray, before your prayer can be fully answered. The angels say that now is the perfect time to act. They will guide you along the way. Sometimes it's not so important how we approach a situation, but that we put energy, action and intention into manifesting what we desire. Once we take the first step in the direction of our desired outcome, the universe then gives us additional help. So he's been encouraged and pushed to actually take some action, to take steps towards you, because this is what he wants you. His heart chakra is open, which we know, this group of masculines that I've been tapping into. He knows what he desires. He knows he wants to come towards you. And he's been getting signs and things put in place for him to know that he's on the right path, and God is assisting him and making him realise how important right now is the right time to take action towards you, and by doing that he will get the desired outcome that he wants. But he just needs to go through that door. He needs to take some kind of step towards that. And he's been praying, he's been asking for help in this situation, but he's got to, even though he's been asked and he's been supported in this, he's asking for help in this situation and how he can come towards you. He's still so afraid about taking those steps. So God and God's angel helping, pushing him, supporting him to actually go and make some kind of step or action towards what he desires, because he knows what he desires, and this is the perfect timing. And it's, if you have had some, or you haven't heard anything, or your masculine's gone quiet and stuff, in that time you must realise that a lot is going on behind the scenes, and that we can't see, and it feels, you may be feeling like you could feel the rejection or abandonment, but there's a bigger picture to it, and there's things, it's like, we've had the card before, blessings in disguise. It is a blessing in disguise, because that is the time that your masculine is healing and dealing with stuff and things that have been brought up to a surface for him to actually deal with, so he can move forwards. And as I said, these group of masculines aren't being able to run from this anymore. They're being pushed and pushed to the limit, and things are being put in place, and things to where he's getting reminded, getting signs. So again, he could have been feeling quite uncomfortable recently about this situation, because he is full of fear. But he has gone within. He knows what he wants, and it's about actually putting it into place and taking action in the 3D. But he's been encouraged to have the courage to come towards you, because this is perfect timing. So this is really positive. So some of you out there, not all of you, but some of you, you might hear something, or there might be some kind of action that comes towards you, communication, but some kind of step towards you. That could be happening for you. So just concentrate on yourself still, and just trust, and don't keep focusing on the physical person. Focus on yourself, and the more you do that, the more your masculine will be drawn to you anyway. So keep doing what you're doing, because everything you're doing is helping your masculine anyway, because your energy goes to your masculine, because you're positive polarity, and you're pushing, and he's been pushed, because the energy, he's getting the strength and the courage because of how your energy is, because you're one soul. It's not the same as a normal relationship. It's not a soulmate. You are one soul. It's the other. It's you. So however your energy is, and however you're feeling, whatever you've been feeling, and whatever you're dealing with, and where you are on your journey, will be affecting your masculine. So this is the perfect timing for him to take some kind of step towards you. So carry on doing what you're doing, because you're doing a fantastic job, because you're helping your masculine. Let's see what comes out of this deck. I love this deck because they're bright, uplifting, and the message is really short and sweet, but uplifting all the same. And the bottom of it, before I picked one, it says peace. So let's see what comes out for you today, of what's going on with your masculine. You are safe. So all that says to me straight away is this is perfect timing to take action, and you will be safe by doing this. And it's Archangel Michael. I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you and your loved ones and your home. So he's being protected, and guidance, he's getting the guidance, and he's got he's safe in this situation he's worrying about. He's protected, and everyone involved is protected, and in some way God and God's angels are protecting him and showing him that he's safe in some way, to encourage him to do this, because it's the perfect timing. So he is safe. It's safe to take action right now. Let's see what the additional message is. So this is all positive. 65, which is amazing, because that's 11. And I just opened it again on the right page. I cannot believe it. Right, the additional message is, let go of worries, as I'm surrounding you, your loved ones, home and possessions with powerful, loving light. This light repels lower energies and attracts loving experiences. Focus on this light and love instead of the fear, as you attract the object of your focus. With your mind free of fear, you have additional time and energy to devote to your life's missions. You are free when you are fearless. Know that you are safe at all times, and that my protection is flawless. So Archangel Michael and God are helping him. The fear that he's experiencing, and encouraging him to face the fear. And facing the fear, he's going to be protected, and there will be a positive outcome to this. He's safe, and everyone's involved. He's surrounded by love, and God and God's angels are helping him, and his loved ones, and everything, or anybody that's involved in this situation is surrounded in powerful, loving light. And he's been protected by lower energies that have affected him before, like the ego and what the mind's saying. So there has been conflict with ego and the higher self with your masculine as well, where his heart is open, but then the ego and the mind interferes all the time. So he's just been encouraged to focus on the love that he feels for you, and to go forwards fearlessly, And the more he faces his fear and takes some kind of step, the more will come, and the more abundance, and he will attract everything that he's wanting in the first place. That the outcome is just positive by taking these steps, even though the masculine and yourselves as well, where you're thinking, well, I don't know how that's going to work, and I don't know how this is, and how that's going to affect that person, and how's this going to work, and you're trying to all sort it out yourself, because that's what the ego is doing, and you just can't imagine how it's all going to be. He's been encouraged to quieten the mind and to come forwards fearlessly because he's safe, and his experience, what's happening to him, he's feeling that, in some way he's feeling that protection. So that's how he's been encouraged. At the moment he's been encouraged to be courageous and to take some kind of step, because it is the perfect timing. So very uplifting, very lovely reading. So I'm going to get one from Archangel Michael as well, from this deck. Let's see what wants to come out as well. But as I said to you, if you're not hearing anything and everything's quiet and you're just like, oh my goodness, just stop thinking like that. You've got to just not think like that and just keep thinking about yourself, because we're not thinking of, it's not about the physical person. This is about you. This is about your relationship with yourself. It's your one soul. So just carry on focusing on yourself and getting on with your life and what you're doing, and your masculine will have the courage and will take action. Stop dwelling on what he's doing and what he's not doing and what he should be doing and what he's not, you know, or expecting that he should be doing this and just feeling down about it. And when I'm saying this to you, I'm saying this to you to help you, but I'm saying it to myself as well, because I'm not, I don't always, my ego kicks off, and I've had a week of my ego really kicking off. It's just a message that I'm getting channeled from God, and it's not just for you, it's for me to listen to as well, because I need to listen to this. Because it's so hard sometimes to actually just think. We're thinking about the physical person, we're obsessing over the physical person, thinking, oh, I can't believe it, maybe, you know, they haven't been in touch, or then they should have done this, or why are they not doing that, or how could they do this, you know, things that happened in the past. We need to stop thinking like that, because we're one soul. Just think about yourself, and you're assured this journey is, you know, with your masculine. The whole purpose of it is God's love, and it's about faith and trust and knowing that you are going to be with your masculine. It's about you believing in yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting how you feel, and having this knowing that you are going to be with your masculine. It's assured. It's just whether you've got the faith and the trust to believe that, and not to keep thinking about the physical person all the time and thinking, wow, why is he not doing this, or why is she not doing this. It's not about the physical person, it's about you. And the things that come up in you that trigger you, it's something that you've got to take a look at in yourself. And why is that affecting me? I hope I'm explaining this so you can understand what I'm trying to say. I'm just giving you and helping myself at the same time, because it's so hard not to think about the physical person. But just smile and feel this unconditional love for yourself and the physical person, your twin, and just know that you are going to be together. You are meant to be together, because you're one soul. Just believe and trust that everything that's happened and everything that's happening right now is about divine. It's in the divine plan. It's divine timing. When you are going to be with that person, the physical person again, it's because it's the right time, and the time that you are separated, when you're preparing, as I've said, so much is happening, all good is happening, so you can to come back together as one. Don't be fearful, that it's not going to happen. Know and smile to yourself that it's going to happen. Let's see what comes out. Positive thoughts create positive results. And there's rainbows. Amazing, very beautiful card. Let's see what the message is. Divine love and wisdom, I call upon you. I know that my mind and emotions are eternally and continuously connected to you. I ask my higher self to be aware and conscious of the love and the light that is within every person and situation. So this is, you know, the more positive thoughts, and the more, you know, he can live in the moment. This is when he will get the love and the wisdom that he's wanting, to have the courage to come towards you. And, you know, he's connected to his higher self and he's more conscious, as we know, these group of masculines. And the more conscious that he's becoming, the more love and the light he's experiencing, and with every situation, not just with you, and having the wisdom and clarity about the desires and how he wants to come towards you, about every situation in his life and how he's wanting things, and just seeing things so much clearer because he's having the more positive thoughts and being in the moment, living in the now. He's experiencing more positive outcomes. So let's see what the additional message is for this. But really good cards today, guys. 66. Beautiful. I love sixes. So that's balance, harmony. 66. Right, let's read the message. This situation calls for uplifting thoughts, which are the magic ingredients that you've been looking for. Although you may protest that you already have positive mindset, Archangel Michael advises you to purge your thoughts and speech of any worries or other negativity that could diminish your manifestation. Michael says that you can tell how constructive your thoughts are by paying attention to recent events in your life, as there is direct between positive thoughts and positive results. He'll help you with your spirit to a truly beneficial level, so that your experiences are happy and welcome. So he is, by having uplifting thoughts, he will have the wisdom of the magic ingredients that he's wanting to deal with this situation where he's feeling so fearful about coming towards you. Positive mindset. Make sure that, you know, you might think that he might think that he's being positive, and but he needs to look deeper into this and to you know, realise that actually he has been having worries and experiencing all this negativity, and those negative thoughts and worries just diminish all of the manifestations that he's wanting, and all the abundance and how he wants things to work out for himself. So he needs to delete things, you know, the things that he's been thinking about that could be sabotaging the outcome that he's wanting. So he's been reminded, and he could be doing something in some way that's making him pay attention to his thoughts in some way, but God and God's angel are helping him and wanting him to take some kind of action. It could be a small step, it could be a big step, some kind of action towards the situation that he's been so worried about. And you know, this, by doing that, he will truly have a happy experience, and he will be shown that he's on the right path. You know, that this is by the response he gets from the situation. So he's managing this. Your masculine is managing and being aware of his thoughts, and realising that some of his thoughts have been sabotaging and just not serving him. I'm helping the situation or how he's feeling, what he wants the positive results. He wants to create the positive results, but by having negative thoughts and by doing maybe negative things, it's not helping the situation that he's wanting. So he's aware. He's more conscious and aware, and that's how God is helping your masculine at the moment. So he's getting a lot of guidance and a lot of assistance at the moment, and we don't know how that is, how God is putting that in place for your masculine and what he's experiencing, because you might not be in contact with your masculine or know what's going on. But as I said, blessings in disguise. When you know that you're not hearing anything from your masculine, a lot is going on. A lot is going on for him. He's dealing with lots of different things which we don't know about. But God is putting things in place for him to feel that this is the perfect time and to take action, and that he's safe. And the more positive thoughts that he experiences, to be aware of his thoughts, he will get this abundance and more wisdom and experience more love and light that he's wanting in every situation, not just with you, in his life. So this is really positive. And let's see what comes out in my other deck. The Ambient Waters, the Angel Oracles. These are very short messages, but very spiritual and just very deep messages. So let's see what else wants to come out today for your masculine. But this is all really positive. This is what we're wanting. So we don't know what's going on, but we just have to trust and know about divine timing. Right, that wanted. There you go. I can't believe it. That flew out. The miracle of love. I am brought alive by the miracle of love. Wow. This tells me, all this tells me is that your masculine is, which we have known for a long time, is experiencing so much love. And then we can see in the picture as well that it's the third eye, and he has vision, and he knows what he wants. He's going after what he wants, but he's not sure or hasn't got the courage yet. And this is what God's trying to encourage him to know. This is the perfect time and he's safe. He knows that he's found the miracle of love. He knows he is connected with God. He's fit. He is awake, this masculine. And I'm going to read the additional message for you, because you need to hear this. But this is, he knows that the love that he's found with you is a miracle. Right, let's find the additional message. That flew out as well. So, okay, the miracle of love. The angel of the miracle of love offers each of us the possibility of knowing God's love, there you go, in a deeply meaningful and intimate way. For one, it may be through parenthood. For another, it may be in a spiritual or therapeutic community of brothers and sisters. For yet others, it may come through a deeply personal relationship. So he knows. He knows that this is a miracle, and the love he feels for you, and that it's eternal, and it is just the ultimate unconditional love that everybody wants to experience in their life. He knows it's a deeply personal relationship. He knows it's such a beautiful relationship he's found in you, and that's why it scares him. That's why he's so afraid. Right, I'll carry on, sorry. We are each given the possibility of the miracle of love, and as a unique individuals we will be offered the gift of God's love in a unique ways that is perfect for us. There you go. That is so beautiful. I can't believe it, because God has put this in place for us in a way. This is the miracle. This is perfect for us. God, for us to find God's love, has you found it in this person, this physical person, and that physical person, it's a physical person, but it is within yourself, because you're one soul. You and the physical person, you're one soul, you're masculine. And God has put it in a way where you have this love for this person like you're masculine, and your masculine, obviously feels that in you. That is where you find God's love. That's how God has done it. It's not done in everybody's situation the way He has done for us guys, for you that's watching and for me. But we found God's love in our twin flame. In this experience, we found God's love. How amazing. Sorry, I'm blown away by this card. Our choice is to open our hearts so that we may be receptive to that love. When we choose love in our lives, the angels embrace us and fill our hearts with the grace of divine love. The miracle of love is the best expressed through human interaction, for the love that is holy offers its the most beautiful reflection in our relationships with one another. We can offer up our prayers to the angels of the miracle of love to bless us with the most precious gift in our life. Because that person was a gift to you. So you found God's love. That is how it was put in place for you. This is how you was awakened. This is how you're conscious now through the physical person. It's so beautiful because everybody wants to experience that. So we're so blessed. Even though you feel like your life has been turned upside down. And there's been so much challenge and heartache, and it's such a blessing because you found God's love in this person. You've been pushed to wake up. A twin flame come into your life to trigger you, to wake you up. So you can have a relationship with yourself. And by having a relationship and having unconditional love for yourself, the physical person will come back to you. And you have this love, and you can have romance, you can have that love with your twin flame, but it's so different from any other kind of love. Nobody knows what you're talking about, no one can understand, and this is another reason why I wanted to do this channel, is because when you're on this journey it makes you feel so alone, because nobody knows what you're talking about this love that you have this person. But God has done it in such a way, and it's a gift from God. Your masculine is a gift from God for you to wake up, for you to change your life, to you to align with your soul, so you grow and you become you, not what your ego wants you to be, and for you to experience what you should be experiencing, and allowing yourself to experience those beautiful things, and for you to grow and do the things that you're wanting in your life, and to change and to attract people that are on the same vibration into your life, your soul tribe, and to get rid of people that aren't on the same vibration as you, that's holding you back, that's toxic, so you can shine your light on everybody around you and to help the planet. And it's just a beautiful experience. I can't believe it. And it flipped out that card as well, so thank you God. But that's just know that this is it, this experience that you're having is a blessing. And as I said, we could have, you could have been through the dark night of the soul. Your masculine could be experiencing the dark night of the soul, where your ego, your pain body is breaking down, and it's so uncomfortable because you're changing things and you're not listening to things. You're changing things in your life. You're not listening to your ego and saying all this negative stuff, and things are being brought to the surface that you need to get rid of that doesn't serve you anymore. People, situations, anything. So you are aligning with your soul. And when you do align with your soul and you feel whole, and you're comfortable and you feel this unconditional love towards yourself, and you're concentrating on yourself and you're having a relationship with yourself, that is when your twin flame will come back to you, or masculine. Because he will feel whole, because your energy will be going to him, because you're the positive polarity. It's like a magnet, where he will just be drawn back to you. So it's just about being content and happy with yourself, and not relying on any external things, any people, just feeling zen and living in the moment and being content, and not allowing your thoughts or your ego to take over and make you believe things that just aren't true, and it's just an illusion of what you've believed for so many years. For you to quieten the mind. And it's about being conscious. It's not about waking up and thinking that everything's solved in your life and you're just going to be positive. That's not being spiritual. Being spiritual is being aware and being conscious that actually that you're having thoughts. It's being the watcher of your thoughts. And as I have said many times before, I recommend to read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, and that's how. And it's not about reading it once; it's about using it through your life to go back to help you to be able to manage your thoughts and to live in the now, in living in the moment, and how to quieten the mind. So I really do recommend to read that book, because it does change your life. And so this is amazing. I'm getting carried away now, I'm going on too long, but yeah, this is a miracle. This love that you found is a miracle, and your masculine knows that. He knows that this is a miracle, and he's starting to allow himself to realise that, and to quieten the mind, the mind that could be saying, no, this can't be true. He's got to change that, and he is changing that while having more positive thoughts and living in the moment, and allow himself to feel this love, this miracle. Because he's experienced guidance and love from God. He's aware. And, you know, as I've said before, you could be sitting listening to this video thinking, oh my goodness, this is all a load of rubbish, I don't believe all that. That's obviously where you are. But you need to, you need to go within and realise that everything that's happened and everything your masculine's done and everything you've done is all been for a reason and a purpose. And you need to go deeper within and have a deeper understanding of why this has happened, why you've experienced whatever you've experienced. So I've got a deeper understanding, and I'm in a place where I feel unconditional love towards my masculine and forgiveness. Just peaceful. And yes, the ego does want to kick off, does want to get the better of me, but I'm aware of it, but I'm not allowing it to take over me anymore. So when you can do that, that's when you are close to being whole, and you're feeling, when you're aware and conscious. So anyway, I'm going to get the energy. This is the bit I really love doing. This is my energy pot, and what energy your masculine's in. And then over here is the communication part of what he would actually say to you in 3D if he had the opportunity, and what is he actually saying to you in the 5D. First of all, we're going to get the energy. Let's have a look. Courage, there you go. You cannot make this up. I've been going on about courage. He's getting the courage. He's being encouraged to have the courage, because this is perfect timing, and he's being shown that it's a safe time. He's safe, and everything and everyone involved He's, you know, he's been protected and he's safe. So he's getting the courage together. He wants the courage to come towards you. That is the energy he's in, so that's really positive. Keep believing, guys. And leap. He's going to take the leap. He wants to take the leap. He's in that energy of taking the leap. So something is brewing here. Something is brewing. I'm telling you, because it's perfect timing and it's been shown by God. So let's see what he'd like to communicate if he had the chance to communicate with you. What would he love to say to you if he didn't have any of his fear, and what he wants you to know and what he's actually saying to you in the 5D. Let's see what comes out. What would you like to say, masculines? Let's see. My stomach is rumbled. Oh my goodness. That is a big message. I want you to be the mother of my children. That's what he would say to you, because he knows this is the ultimate love. He's experienced the miracle of love, and he knows that he's found that love within you. He's found God's love within you, this experience, and he knows he wants you to be the mother of his children. So that's very, very powerful, and that's what he would like to say to you, and that's what's on his mind right now. So you could be in a situation where it might not resonate to you, that, because you're not in a situation where to have children, but you just take it how it resonates to you. What else does he want to say to you? See. Our future together will be so bright, yeah. He wants you to know that your future together is going to be so bright. That are the two communications that you do. I want you to be the mother of my children. Our future together will be so bright, because he knows this is a blessing, and he has this love for you, and he wants to show it to you, and he wants to be free from this worry and fear. So right, now I'm going to do a card for you guys that's watching, to bring forth your beautiful divine inner spirit and what God wants you to know today. What is the message for you today to help you on your spiritual journey, to help you stay focused and to concentrate on yourself, and what you need to know today. This is important. So what is the message for the viewer today, please, God? Nice clear message. Whee. That one flew out. So the cards are flying out today. So it's very intense energy, and this is what you need to hear today. And it's my favourite colour again. That matches the perfect timing. You are beautiful. That is what you needed to hear today. Know how beautiful you are. The message is, there is a divine beauty which flows through you and around you. The more you see and accept this beauty, the more it becomes part of you and your life. This beauty is eternal life force. When you acknowledge it, both you and your life will be filled with even more love and beauty. Action to take. See the divine beauty in everyone and everything, even when it can appear not to be so pretty. And the powerful affirmation you can say is, I see the beauty in everyone and everything. So this is you. You need to know how beautiful you are, and to feel how amazing you are. And you need to accept who you are and how beautiful you are, to be kind to yourself. You need to acknowledge how beautiful you are. And the more you can do this, and the more you can feel this about yourself and know this about yourself, you're feeling it, you'll be in the energy. such a good energy which will be sent to your masculine. Because when you know that about yourself, this is when your masculine know about himself. Because you're one soul. So when you realise your beauty, your masculine will realise it, because your energy will go to him. This is about you, not the physical person. This is about you, the person that's watching. It's not about your masculine. I do these readings because I know that how important it is to the feminine to know what's going on with their masculine, because it's usually them that are drawn to watch this kind of video. But it's not really. Watching these videos, it's not about the masculine, it's about you, about, the person that's watching. Because when you realise how wonderful and powerful you are, your masculine will realise that as well, and then you will become one. That's how it works. So I hope I've explained and you have a good I've given you some kind of understanding of what I've been trying to say today. But this reading has been very positive and uplifting, and we needed to hear this today. You couldn't get much, you couldn't ask for any more really, so thank you, God, for helping me do this reading. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading and it's uplifted you and helped you stay focused and just keep believing and trusting, even though you can't see anything maybe, or you're not knowing what's going on with your masculine. You don't need to know what's going on with your masculine, because it's not about your masculine, it's about you. Just remember that. And that's what I need to remember as well too. So I'll be doing another reading in a couple of days to see where the energy is of the masculine and how he's progressing. If you do hear anything or have any action or any steps been taken towards you, let me know in the comments down below, because I'd love to hear from you. I love hearing from you, because it makes me feel so comforted and to know that I'm not alone on this journey, knowing that I'm connecting with other people that are in the same similar situations to me as well. So that is the whole purpose of this channel, is about helping each other. Okay, so if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe, because it means everything to me and make me so excited and happy. So take care of you guys, take care of yourself guys, and I'm thinking of you, and I'm sending my love, support and light to you all, and I'll see you in a few days. Take care, bye.
Oh, what's your soul saying?